Welcome to this video. We're going to continue with WinGet, and now it has come to WinGet List. It's a command that in the beginning I didn't use so much, but now I use it all the time, and I'm going to show some really useful usage of WinGet List. So basically you use WinGet List when you want to list what you have on your machine, but you can also use it to list one software if it needs an update or not, and do a remediation script in Intune. And we're going to do a video about exactly that later in this session, not in this video. Now we're just going to go the basic through WinGet List. Also, we're going to do a video where we list all our software on our current machine, and then we're going to use AI, ChatGPT, OpenAI, LLM to get us an install string so we can install our software on a new machine. You know, when you get a new machine and you want the same software as you had on your old machine, we're going to do that super quick, just a few commands and install, and you got most of your programs, all that exist in the WinGet repository. Okay, let's start here now. Okay, so let's start a terminal. We could start a CMD or PowerShell, or actually my terminal is going to be a PowerShell. I'm going to shift right click run as administrator to run list commands. Normally you don't need that, but if you want to put in a little install command or like, I'm going to put myself in the root. I'm going to clear the screen. Okay, so here we can start. If you want to see all the commands, if we just run WinGet List, we're not going to see all the commands so possible. We have to do a dash question mark, because if we do WinGet List, it's going to list all the software I have installed on this machine, which we're going to do, by the way. So I'm just going to quick go through what commands we're going to go through here. We're definitely going to go through just, to look at all the software which I just mentioned. You just hit WinGet List. We're going to look at scope. So those are installed. Are they for user or machine, or actually both? So I would nearly want to put an and here. We're also going to look at one of my new favorite switches, upgrade available. This one is so useful, especially if you put it in conjunction with other logic. So you basically put an ID of a software and then ask, only show me if it needs an update available. So you can check like, hey, does my Google Chrome needs an update? Then do something. If it doesn't need one, then fine, the script can die. So that one, very useful. Let's see, I thought we had something more. We have one who doesn't work so good is source. It doesn't even work. It's a bug. So you can see if the source is from MS Store or from WinGet another. So let's start. I clear this one. So if I just do a WinGet List, that's going to show the software that I have installed. It's going to be a long list. Not that this machine has more than any other software devices, but I have a lot of software. So you see a few here. It's written WinGet. And I don't seem to have any store apps, and some are just normal installations that are maybe an MSI or exe and such stuff like that. So but I can get the list of all the WinGet, and maybe you are only interested, and you see also a few have available. So if it doesn't say anything here, it's clean, that means that I have the latest Git, fine. But here I have Notepad++. The version installed is 8.7.4, but there is a 8.7.6, so there is an update. Okay, so let me clear this one. Let's do a WinGet List, and then we do -- source. And here it's supposed to work, but it doesn't. If you put WinGet, it should list only those with WinGet, but it doesn't. It lists everything. However, if you do type WinGet, let's put with 2T, it's going to say, hey, that doesn't match. You can only do MS Store or WinGet. If you put MS Store, I think, if I can, one extra S, I think it's actually going to list correctly there. Yep. Well, it lists all who are MSIX, which is MS Store often, but all these are not. But you get all that are not WinGet, more or less. But if we run the one WinGet, I don't know. It's been like that for years now. So it lists everything. There is a way to go around that. You can do, not this command, you can do a WinGet List, which means you get everything. You know what? Let me clear so it'd be more here. So we do the WinGet List, that's going to give us everything. Then we pipe this. So the result of what this gives out, we're going to do something. So then we do where object, and then we're going to put 2 curly brackets. So for each line, we're going to go through and only show those where. So it's going to be a $_. So that represents each line. You saw we had 1 line per software. And then we can say where it match. And what should it match? We can do WinGet. It's not going to be perfect because if a software had WinGet in the name and it's not a WinGet, it's going to show it. But fairly okay, I think. So now it should list only WinGet. And I think this is mostly WinGet. I have pumped up the font so much. Let me pipe this to... So this result we see here, let me pipe this to the clipboard. So you do a pipe and just type clip. And clip gonna add it to the clipboard. Which makes me think clip must be an alias now when I think about it. Because in PowerShell it should always be... no, it's not. It is... it's a real command. Okay, never mind. So clip, now I have it in my clipboard. If I start my old Notepad++, I know I have it on here. Probably gonna open some other stuff. No, I don't want to update now. That was for a previous video. So if I now paste what's in the clipboard, here it looks a bit more visible. But I'm not sure all gonna be WinGet. No. For example, this one here, it sort of is WinGet, but it's not installed by WinGet. It's installed from the store. But because it had WinGet here in the name, so when we ran our command here, not this one, here, we said just need to match WinGet wherever. But good enough. So I prefer this view. So these are all the software on this machine that have been installed by WinGet, and some have updates as mentioned. So it's Google Chrome, it's Edge, it's Java 8, it's Python, Visual Studio, Anki, Brave, GIMP, Postman, Python, Microsoft Teams, Mozilla, did I mention that already? Slack, and Windows Terminal, the one I'm running right now. It's not even the latest one. I'm running 1.21 and there's 1.22. So that's one usage of the list. Very messy screen. Let me clear this one, or I run the command again. So now, if we wanted to list, let's see, we wanted to list if Notepad++ needed an update. You know it, I know it, but let's say we didn't know it, or we have a script that we run on all our 10,000 devices, and we just want to know if they have the latest. So we do the ID, and I don't know the ID by heart, so let me go in here and steal it. It's probably Notepad++. It is, but it can be case sensitive. And in this case, I think it is. So it is not case sensitive unless we do -E, and I've explained that in some other videos. But -E means it has to be exact, and the ID is unique. And I have a video showing exactly how you can find this ID with WinGet search. So if you haven't seen that, look that up. Okay, so we paste here. So this just gonna do list a bit what we did before, but we just get one entry. Yep, so that's nice. What I want to do now is to show this one only if it had an update. So if it doesn't have an update, and for that, I'm just gonna steal the switch for that one. It was the one we spoke about a bit earlier, upgrade available. I love this switch. So now, CLS, I'm going to rerun this command, but with a switch to say only show if there is an upgrade available. And we happen to know there is one on this machine. So we're going to get this output. So you could do logic to say that if the last line, and we're going to do that in a video, if the last line says one upgrade is available, then this machine needs an update. If it doesn't say that, either it's not installed or it's already on the latest. So to prove that point, let's take a software that already have the latest, like VLC here. You see, doesn't have any under available. It's on the latest that this recording 3.0.21. So if we take this one, it shouldn't show anything. So if we do arrow up and instead of Notepad++, we put VLC, then we basically say, hey, list if VLC is installed on this machine, but only if an upgrade is available. Well, it isn't, so it should be more or less empty, I think. Yeah, it says no installed package found matching the input criteria. If I would remove this upgrade available, then it would find. But since we say we only want to see if there's an upgrade available, and there wasn't one for VLC, now it should show one, because we say, is it installed? Oh yeah, it is installed. But if we take something that's not installed, we can list Zoom, because we had that in our install video, but we uninstalled it, so this machine still don't have it. This shouldn't even have it now. That's not the output I wanted. So I do have Zoom on this one. I do have Zoom on this one. Okay, my bad. So let's do a WinGet uninstall and uninstall Zoom. Well, I could check any other software, but now since I made the point here, let's do it silent. That's cool. And there's a video coming later in this series about exactly uninstall commands. So we're going to speak more about that. Okay, so now when Zoom is uninstalled, if we now do this one, list to see is it installed on this device, no installed package found. So who found match this criteria. So we get the same message if we put upgrade available, if it exists, and we get the same message if we look for any software that doesn't exist. So basically, if it says no installed package found matching input criteria, well, then you either don't have the software or it's not need an update. So I like this list command just for that reason. Okay, let's look at the next one. We do this. So we have looked at the normal one, we have looked at the source, and again, the source works for the search command, but it didn't work for the list command when you put WinGet, still a bug. I wanted to look at scope, not super useful, but could be good to know. So it's either installed for the user or machine. So if it's installed for the machine, then it's going to be one of these locations here. So it's either going to be installed normally under program files or program files x86, and 86 is 32-bit. If it's installed for user, well, then it's usually under the user, and I'm not showing hidden folders, so it's under app data, there we have that, and then under local. So for example, Postman I know is a user, yep, Postman is installed, but it's under the user context. So let's see, we can use the scope. So if I do clear here, if we do WinGet list all apps that are in the scope equal the user. So it's going to be all this. And if we do machine, it's going to be all this. So it can be a bit hard to see. Some's going to be visible in both user and machine. So let's do this. Let's do all apps equal, and we do WinGet list. So this is going to put, well, I need $, right? $. I create a variable with all apps. So we're not going to see anything. All apps. If I just type all apps, then we're going to see all the apps. But what I wanted with all apps is to do a count. So I have 148 apps. If we then do $user apps, and we put that equals to WinGet list, and what was it, -- scope equal user, then all the user apps gonna be saved here. So if we then do user apps dot count, that's gonna count how many user apps we have, and 25, so nearly the same as 148. And let's do the same for machine apps, and we do that equal WinGet list. I don't find this so useful, but why not? Scope for machine, and then we do machine apps dot count just to see how many that is, and 95. So it's actually more user apps than machine apps. But you see, if you add these two together, it's going to be a lot more than 148. So some are counted double. Thank you for watching this video. That was all about WinGet List. Let's continue at next video where we're going to go through WinGet Upgrade. That's one of my absolute favorite commands in WinGet. See you there.